Fears are rooted in something. We may have fear of swimming or heights, anything, whatever your phobia is, they're rooted in something. So we need to find out what it is, because we're not living when we have fears. When we have fears, they stop us from experiencing life at the fullest that we possibly can and pushing ourselves. So when you have that fear of, for example, swimming, you miss out on a lot of activities. If your kids know how to swim, you can't partake in those activities or be in the pool, beach with them in the water and having fun. You're missing out on that. And the kid is like, why aren't you coming in, mommy or daddy? Come with me, play with me. Let's have some fun in the ocean. But your fear is stopping you from doing that. So it's also affecting the kid because they don't spend that type of time with their parent. So think about that with your fears. Where are they coming from? What are they rooted in? They come from somewhere, even if it's nothing in your life currently that gives you the answer to that question. Look into your past lives. So I had, for the longest time, a fear of swimming. And I didn't know why. Like, it was immense. Like, I hated being near deep water. Then I found out in a dream that I drowned in a past life. I went down with my ship. And that is where my fear of swimming came from. So once I figured out that's what the hell it was, it's like, let me get this shit together. So then I started swimming more. I mean, I already knew how to swim a little bit, but I still had fear in water where I couldn't touch the bottom. So it was a little harder for me. But now it's like, I could in the deep end of a pool to be okay. But don't throw me like in a bay off a boat or something like that. My fear then becomes whatever the hell is in the water. But just figure out what it is. If you didn't almost drown when you were a kid, then it's likely something that happened in your past life. Whatever your fear is, if your phobia is snakes, maybe you got bit by one and died in a past life and then came back. Whatever the trauma is, it carries on with our soul to the next life. And that's what that's about. And it's about healing that thing, whatever that thing is, in this life, because it's a lesson. We don't really pay attention to those things. We were taught not to think for ourselves. We were taught to forget that we have souls, those soul level things that we need to learn or eliminate in our lives, this particular life, whatever that is for each individual, we don't work on it. So what happens? We develop these mental illnesses like depression and so forth and so on, because we're not focusing on those things. Our soul is begging us to, and we need to pay attention to that now. Right now, everyone should be awakening to everything. The pain in their souls, the work their souls are supposed to do here, everything soul related in the age of Aquarius. That's what we are. It's about fixing, repairing our broken souls and connecting with them, engaging with them, embracing them. Once we connect to our higher selves, there's nothing that can stand in our way. Not a thing. We're backed by the energies of the universe because they're giving us the tools to be able to do the work that we're supposed to do. Whatever our soul chose to do down here, the universe will provide every single time. We barely have to ask for it. It's almost just automatically given. And ever since I wrote this book, even before that, what am I talking about? Before that, because I was on the path that I'm supposed to be on and helping humanity, everything falls into place. Everything that I need in order for me to do that falls into place. And I'm blessed exponentially for it. So we need to get to that point. Once we shut all of this cesarean shit, we're no longer in the world of sister. At least we're not supposed to be. But we're moving away from that. We're moving back to spirit. We're moving back to source. We're moving in the right direction finally. That's why all of this awakening is happening across the globe, not just here or locally or anything like that. Everyone's souls, like, okay, we were in a slumber for so long that we didn't work on anything. We just droned along like typical androids, just following in a line, walking, and that's it. Not really working on anything. So now it's that time. Let's do it. We can all help each other. We are interdependent because we're supposed to help each other. We are supposed to. Just like we're supposed to eat to live. We're supposed to help each other. And that's what we miss as well. We miss that point. So when we steal from people, when we hurt each other, when we do all of these things, that works against our own journey. And then we wonder why things are going the way that they are, because you're fucking up, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And you have that void pulling, tugging at you, and it's growing, just like a black mole, like melanoma develops. It spreads. It's a cancer. We need to get rid of that cancer. We need to radiate it out, bring in more light to get rid of that darkness. And once we do that, we will recognize where we went wrong and we will stay on the right path for good.